welcome to Gaming the System. And this is one of our bonus rounds, and today we are going to be talking about our top 8. I totally forgot. I'm starting that again. I knew what it is, but I was like voice game.
I know where you've got.
I
can see you running forward, going. I'll. When I get to the cliff, I will have thought of something to do by then.
It's how people operate. It's Boris Johnson does it the whole time.
Yeah, but he's got the media apparatus to back him up. You don't.
It's true. Right. Okay. Hello and welcome to Gaming the System. This is one of our bonus rounds, and today we are going to be talking about our top 8 female gaming voice actors. Those women whose voices we just love, and they brought games to life for us, and their characters have just made things so awesome in a game that they've added that little bit of cherry on the top of the whipped cream of the whole muffin and cake of the video game. Right, so I'm going to start straight in. In fact, I'm going to go first. You didn't see that coming, did you? So, number 1, I'm going to be predictable and tell you about who my favourite video voice game actor. And yes, it is Jennifer Hale, who did do the voice of Shepard in Mass Effect. But she's done so many other voices as well. I was looking her up on IMDb today. And absolutely astounded at how many cool things she's been in. Especially my favourite recently is Lower Decks, which I don't know how Star Trek nerdery goes down. Good, right? Okay. And the animated
Kirk Picard. Or any of the other ones.
Yeah. But yeah, Lower Decks. Have you watched Lower Decks? It's been brilliant. It's this great animated series, and it is just what it says. It's the crew of a starship who are in the lower decks, not up there with the highfalutin on the bridge. It's what's going down on the lower decks. She does one of the voices there as well. But back to Mass Effect, female Shepard is just one of those characters that for me is defining in terms of female characters in gaming, and so I wasn't going to go any further without mentioning her. So, next, number 2, Alex.
Well, this is becoming a bit of a theme with me, so you can probably guess what I'm going to say. And it is the voice of Lara Croft from Tomb Raider 2 specifically, and that is Judith Gibbons, who brought a more sort of, I would say probably a bit more of a mature tone to the game than Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider. She had a more authoritative tone to her voice, and it's just kind of gave her that little edge where she was a little bit more badass. And I'll be honest, it was the first video game voice I have memory of ever hearing, so it does have probably a special place in my heart as it goes. But yeah, she just brought the character of Lara to life and made her this really badass, really cool heroine that became in many ways my idol growing up.
I like that we get a Lara Croft every week from you. Jem, who's the number 3 then?
I'm going to go with Claudia Black, specifically for her voicing of Morrigan in Dragon Age, because we have to put a Dragon Age in there. And also I just love her. I loved her in Farscape and her where she played Erin, and she's just been. I've been looking at her IMDb, and she's just been in all sorts of stuff that I love, and she's voiced many games that Diablo, Mass Effect. She's been in all over Uncharted. She's been all over the place. So yeah, she is clearly a gaming goddess.
Matt, what's at number 4?
So my number 1 would be this is in no particular order actually. Mine too. There's Laura Bailey, who plays Abby in The Last of Us Part 2. She is the anti-hero / hero, depending on which way you look at it, because that's the way the game is done. The zombies aren't the biggest threat, it's humans, because we're the real bad guys. And the way she brought that character through is just haunting. That game has really changed me. And it's a testament to her and her abilities to come in the second part of what is a profoundly popular first game, and to be brought in as the wrecking ball that she is. And yeah, absolutely stunning.
Excellent. Which puts it back to me, and Jem did basically just steal mine there.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I've got a backup, but because Morrigan is just this incredible character, and I think just the complexity of her character in Dragon Age was the thing that drew me into those games in the first place. It's like she is such a morally ambiguous, but for good reason.
Absolutely, yeah.
Where it's just like you don't anyway. So yes, as I say, I was going to do Morrigan, but fine. In which case, I'm going with my one, which is she's less of a voice actor and more just an actor, which is Viva Seifert, I think, in her story. Now, I think I've mentioned her story before because it is like no other video game. It is a bizarre video game in which you are sat at a computer, a PC, and you have access to a police database of recordings of interviews, but you can only find them by typing in keywords. So you don't get the interviews in the right order, and you have to sort of pull out the interviews and piece it together into a story. And it's an amazing piece of work. And Viva Seifert carries the whole thing herself. It is just her being interviewed over and over again. Or is it? And there's all sorts of levers to it. And it's just the performance that she's given, considering this is an independent video game that who knows who's going to see it, who knows what's going to happen to it, is just utterly incredible. And I have all the respect for the performance she does and the effort that she puts into it.
That's an excellent one. I'm really glad I stole your original. Because
I wouldn't have otherwise. She was in a music video as well, which my partner spotted and went, "Oh yeah, she was in this music video in the 90s." I was like, how have you spotted that? But he's good with faces, so there you go. Right, Alex, what's next at number 6?
So my pick for number 6 is a name that I hopefully won't butcher, but it's Tox Olagundoy. Or Doyle, I'm not sure. And she's the voice of Carnan, who is a forest spirit from Shadow of War.
Alex, you've got a bit of interference going on there.
I also have that.
Normally, so if you know what's causing it. How's that?
It's better. Yes.
It's all okay.
Yeah. Shall I start again?
Start again. Alex, at number 6.
So my pick for number 6 is Tox Olagundoy. I think hopefully is pronounced correctly. And she's the voice of Carnan, who is this kind of forest spirit character from Shadow of War, which is the sequel to Shadow of Mordor. And I actually looked her up, and it actually makes a lot of sense when you look at her as a person, because I think her father was Norwegian and her mother's Nigerian, and it's kind of the blend of those cultures really kind of comes through in her voice acting, which is really cool. And she brings a lot of energy and otherworldliness to the character, which is obviously what you would expect from a forest spirit. And it just was this really cool character that you get to meet and kind of play missions with through the game. And she kind of works to help protect the environment of Middle-earth and stop it all from being burnt and destroyed by Sauron and all of those people. But yeah, I just really liked the way she portrayed the character.
Nice, lovely. Sorry if the tragedies of living in Manchester, there's a police helicopter like circling around right now, so that's just slightly off put there for a second.
They're going to burst in through your window.
I'm hoping not. Jen, it's our 7th female voice actor.
I'm getting a lot of feedback sound here. I don't know if it's me.
There we go. I think it was Matt, so I've muted Matt. I'll unmute you, Matt, when it's time.
I was going to go with Cissy Jones, who played Joyce Price in Life is Strange, which was the sort of main character's mum. And I think I'm partly doing this because I'm wanting to celebrate sort of older characters and older actors. And I think, you know, one of the things about Life is Strange is that it's very story driven game. I mean, it's almost more story than game in a lot of ways, and I think, you know, good acting is really, really essential to that. And I mean, she did actually win an award for it, so, you know, it's I'm not the only person who thinks it's a good one, but I just think, you know, it's I've played a lot of games with really bad acting in, and where the voices are just added in as a sort of afterthought. And I think increasingly the games industry is recognizing the importance of having decent voice actors for their games. I think what's interesting about this is that when, again, Cissy is somebody who has been in a whole heap of other games doing voice acting there, so clearly there's a relatively small pool of female voice actors in the games industry at the moment. And I think, you know, that I'm hoping that that's something that will change over time, because it's such an awesome experience when the characters draw you in and really, really engage with you. So yeah, so my second one is Cissy Jones.
Excellent. No, and I agree, important to voice the older actors as well, just not just the young folks coming through. And so for our final of this top 8, I will ask Matt to unmute himself. Matt, what do you got for us?
Yeah, again, it's my laptop going, being really loud and noisy now.
Right, you can edit it out later, you see.
I can, we'll see. My one, it's really interesting what you were just saying, Jem, about the industry, because when I was looking for inspiration, I was looking at an article that says that women are in massively high demand at the minute for voice acting roles, because the industry is becoming more diverse. And what do you know? When you make an industry more diverse, people create characters that they see themselves reflected in. So now that you're having more diverse people in the industry and writers, you're getting these fantastic new characters of a wealth of different experiences. So it is going in the right direction, and that's awesome. Onto my next actor. It is Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2. Because thinking about recently, those are the two characters that have impacted me the most. And she's went from the original one, which was 7 years ago, that was released, and made an impact in that in a more understated way. And then in the second one, she just utterly blew it out of the water, because it was like an entirely different stratosphere of game, and she rose to that challenge. And I agree with you, Jem, totally. You really notice when there's bad voice acting, and good voice acting just makes everything so much smoother and more impactful. And the last thing I'll say is it's hard to find. The reason that gave me inspiration for this episode was thinking about how much I love Troy Baker. And I can think of a million things that Troy Baker has been in. But aside from Jennifer Hale, I struggle to find other meaty roles that a lot of women have played. And that's because, just like in film and TV, they just haven't been written that way. There haven't been that many opportunities. I'm really hoping that in the near future, so many more awesome female talent will be given the opportunity to show what they can do. Because then it's a tragedy that all these awesome actors that most of them I hadn't heard of, apart from Jennifer Hale, she's like the Troy Baker of female actors. I want more, and I hope it's going in the right direction.
And I'm sure there's more out there. And hopefully anyone who is listening or watching this will tell us yours. Who are your favourite female actors? Who should we be praising? Who should be getting this uplift? Tell us in the comments. Send us a tweet. Do any of that sort of stuff. Thank you for listening to this. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go for notifications. Do whatever the bloody hell else there is to do with social media. I don't know. We're on so many formats. Who even knows? But make sure that you've done it. Right, we've been gaming the system and we'll be back soon. I don't know why I have to do silly things like that, but you know, it's just me.
No, it's good.
We hope you enjoyed that episode of Gaming the System. If you want to support us, you can donate to us through our PayPal by sending it to wearegamingthesystem@gmail.com if you want to send us a one-off donation. If you want to donate to us monthly, you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/gamingthesystem. Until next time, bye-bye.